What's up,
Oh
everyone?
my
Welcome
God.
to A Community for All of Us. And today's topic is. Oh, all right, let me restart that. What's up, everyone? Welcome to A Community for All of Welcome to A Community for All of Us. Today's topic is about cyberbullying. And everyone introduce yourselves and let's talk about how weird we are.
Yeah, right.
If
right,
anyone knew how the
I'm just
backstage
joking.
was. Oh man. So we're gonna be talking about cyberbullying tonight, which I think is a good topic, kind of something to at least put it out there, something that me and Nikki were talking about over the weekend. But before we get into that, I know that Wolfie's got some news. I got some news. So I'm gonna let Wolfie share the news that he has first, and then I'll share something that I think y'all will find interesting about Amazon Prime.
Yeah, so earlier today, the YouTuber, he uploaded a teaser trailer for the Transformers Earthrise show, which we will also actually be reviewing on this channel for all 6 episodes with Billy and CF Collector on December 30th, which is when it's airing on Netflix. Transformers War for Cybertron Earthrise.
Yeah, that I'm actually very, very surprised. I did we were supposed to have that where it came out next year, but I think, like I was saying backstage, is that they're kind of pushing their all the time clock up so that when the figures come out for Kingdom, then we'll have the Kingdom show be out at the same time since they're all completely done. So I'm excited. It looked really interesting, the little clip that we got. And another thing I thought that y'all would find interesting is that if anyone out there has Amazon Prime, if you have Amazon Prime has something also called Amazon Prime Gaming. Each month, Amazon Prime lets you download a game for free, and you get to have this game in your library of your games anytime you want to, and it's pretty cool.
I already have Samurai Shodown. What is it called? Showdown.
You got Samurai Shodown?
Part 2. I downloaded it the other night.
Nice.
Because also Twitch does something where you can get Twitch was the one who showed me that I could actually get games and something about Twitch Prime. So I'm still looking into that.
Twitch Prime means that you can also sub to your favorite, at least one of your favorite creators, where it doesn't cost you any money. It's just automatically, and that creator reaps the benefits for it. I did that one time for Wolfie. I did one for Final Hearts.
I'm not even sure if you did it to me yet. That's the only thing
You got to do it for me?
Sure you did, so.
Yeah, I am. It's my thing says that I did it for you back September.
All right, then because it expires sometimes, so you have to double check before it.
Yeah, it expires after 30 days, and so what I've been doing for each creator that I've been following is since I have Amazon Prime, I go to their Twitch and I do the whole month for each individual person. That's how Nikki and I have been kind of like spreading around. We're doing like a little circle. So we'll be coming back to you and Final Hearts again soon, because I'm going to do Baby Mahal and I'm going to do Lord Master Starscream since they're on Twitch. The other thing I was going to mention is that we are looking to have multiple platforms to stream this live stream, and I've been working on the side of Twitch, and we can also do the podcast there. Have recorded
or restream, like how you can stream on multiple devices, multiple platforms at once, too.
Yeah. And so,
which I don't think is allowed though right now, right?
What's that now?
We can't stream at the same time, but like next week we could stream on a different platform, and the week after that we can't stream multiple platforms like Twitch and YouTube at the same time.
You can. That's what Restream does.
Yeah,
I know friends who do the Restream.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know. Someone was telling me you can't. There's a lot of people who said you can't. It's in the contract.
Well, if it's you're playing the games, typically not. But when it's more like a podcast type setting, and we're doing a live event like this can be shared. And then with what I was also reading is that if we all individually have our own Twitch accounts, then we can piggyback the main account and have it streamed on our Twitch accounts.
Yeah, that's easy. Just host the channel, and it will automatically be on your channel. Yeah. That's what I do for other people when I'm not even live.
Yeah.
Okay, well then you gotta show me how to do that for your for my channel if you
I
can.
do that. I'm learning.
Yeah.
By the way, I'll post it here too.
We'll learn all the way.
Hey, Alpha Prime, welcome, and Roxanne, thank you for hanging out. So tonight, this is something Nick and I talked about. There was an incident that we were made aware of, and I felt that this goes underneath the thing that I think this is something that needs to be talked about, because I think a lot of people are kind of hush about it. It happens to them, and sometimes they either feel ashamed that it happens to them, or they feel like they did something wrong. But that's where you get someone that cyberbullies you, and that means someone that just blatantly is picked you out, and for some reason just have this mad on anger towards you, and it's kind of like trolling, but it's more because with cyberbullying, the cyberbullies like to try and get to know you personally, and in doing so find and exploit and tear you down. And I'm starting to see that happening more within the community than it ever was before. And I've seen a lot of people take part in cyberbullying, and that's something that Nick and I were talking about. And what we're also going to be doing is we're actually going to compile a list of channels that are cyberbullying other channels to make people aware that you're not alone in this, and that it's got to stop, and someone's got to make the first steps to make it stop. And I'm just arrogant enough and pompous enough that I don't give a shit. I'll actually hit it head on. But cyberbullying is something that I dealt with. I dealt with it to the utmost extreme, where the cyberbullies were death threats, family threats, all police officers being involved. And so it's something that, you feel like you're by yourself. That's what a community is for all of us is about, is that we're a community for all of us. So if something like this happens, we come together as the community to help one another, not tear people down. And I've been seeing that a lot. So with that, I thought we would talk about what is cyberbullying. What do you each one of you views as cyberbullying that you would think that would be cyberbullying? Who wants to start first? I can't hear you. Maybe Hall.
Oh, sorry. Same thing as bullying, but online. But people have more guts to do it online rather than in front of someone, because there's no repercussions from the other person that they're attacking. And they're not doing it because they're having a bad day. They're doing it because they can get away with it. They feel like they can get away with it. That's how I feel. And it's happening more now with younger kids, and the younger kids are doing it to everyone, no matter how old that person is. There's no respect for their elders anymore.
Very true.
Like last night, I was playing with a young kid, and I killed him, in a fun, get creative game. And he's all like, he called me a hoe. Pardon my language, if I could, And I was all like, dude, you're lucky I can't mute you, and you're lucky I can't kick you.
Yeah.
Because that is rude. That is really rude. And then his uncle was all like, you can kick him anytime you want. And I was all like, he got quiet after that. And I was like, you're lucky I didn't kick you. And then he goes off saying, oh, kill the Christmas tree because, ho, ho, ho. Like,
Oh my gosh.
yeah. Hi, Berlin.
I'm sorry to laugh. I'm sorry to laugh at that,
Yeah,
but that's just
but-
kind of funny a little bit.
It was
sorry.
funny, but if he would have said that first, silly, if he would have said that, he does have Chomper, yes. If he were to say ho, ho, ho first, I probably would have laughed about it. But he called me. He wasn't just picking on me, though. He was picking on a lot of the people in the lobby, and everyone was like, who's the kid dressed in the Canadian skin? Because that's what he was wearing. My friends are saying hi.
Hey,
Don't forget, Rafi, you're getting tangled up. But we were playing Ask Edward right there. He was picking on everyone. He was in his skin, and we were kind of glad when he left, because then it was like, dude, like I wanted to say something so bad, but I just kept quiet, and I didn't want to be mean.
Yeah, and that's the thing right there. You as an individual, you're not wanting to be mean because you actually have a moral compass. Where I think that what we're seeing too is that you get these individuals that are behind a keyboard, and they can say whatever they want to because there's nobody
there to hit them back, knock
exactly.
them upside the head.
And then you got to be careful, because then you get the ones that just, if they zero you out and they want to just make your life a living hell, then they will dox your information. They will try to get that, and they'll share that with other trolls or other cyber bullies. And I'm seeing this a lot. Instead of going to someone and talking to the individual, if you have an issue with them, I've seen where people have made videos where they have condemned individuals in the videos. And I'll be first to say I've actually done that. But I also am the same one that will say, I will say it to your face too. What I tell you is I'll tell you, what I will also say on camera, I'll say off camera.
Right. And real quick, Alpha did say they are just keyboard warriors. Totally agree with Baby Mall.
Mind if I say something real quick?
Because they act tough because they are hiding behind a screen.
Oh,
nothing big.
Okay,
about
can you hear me?
cerebral.
Can you guys hear me good?
Someone down.
Oh,
hey, bullying in any form.
Yeah, we can hear you, Lord Master. He was just reading what Alpha Prom was saying in the comments.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't hear him for a moment.
Okay.
As I was saying, I don't know. Is cyberbullying also like trolling and also? Because I have something to share too.
Yes, yeah. I think so.
Okay, well, okay. This happened to me. TFN Geek was doing an Optimus Prime, your favorite Optimus Prime challenge, and I took part in it. Also, and my favorite Transformers Optimus Prime was the Bumblebee movie Voyager Studio Series Optimus Prime. When I posted that video, someone commented a link to something. I won't say what it is, but I'll just say this: it's inappropriate type stuff, and I had to delete that comment. And I think I don't know what that person had. What was wrong with that person for putting that stuff? But that was in my comments section of my review.
I'll admit where I've actually got online and I've said things, but I'll admit that I said those things. Matter of fact, I used whenever this channel went down, I wanted to vent and I wanted to hang out with Little Master Starscream, and we were on my wife's YouTube channel, and I kind of just vented of what I was angry about. And I thought it was interesting that that someone decided to take that and redistributed it throughout the community. And you're told that all of a sudden something like that happens to them, or they find themselves in the same situation. And I can't feel sorry for the individual. I'm like, well, you did it towards me. You shared that information. I was just venting with online on a friend, and I was angry. Had every right to be angry, and but in doing so, what it did was it began where it was a campaign type of thing, saying, "Hey, we're going to talk crap about this individual to tear that individual down." And I look at the stuff that we do, it's toys. I don't get, if you don't like me, okay, that's fine. Don't like me. But one thing that I definitely don't think people should do is sit here and slander. Let's say, take a look at what happened with Tauntaun. He was a guest on our show. We got right through the calls through certain individuals. Whenever we sat there and had him on here, and he got to actually tell his side of the story that no one else was wanting to hear. And they don't think that's cyberbullying. And I'm thinking, yes, it is. You're going on a platform where you're purposely talking behind somebody's back, or you're talking about the individual that you would not address the individual to their face. The difference is with cyberbullying is that you can address someone to their face. That means that you're willing to stand for what you mean, what you're saying. But to say something behind somebody's back and spread false gossip or whatever, that is part of cyberbullying.
It's high school stuff.
Yes.
When didn't they I don't know what's happened, but I'm thinking about it in general thing, and it happens every day. Even like at work, every day it happens everywhere, every day, and people don't realize it. But I mean, a lot of it is high school stuff, and most of the time I sit there and I get a little hurt that, like, I do have my coworkers, for example, like they're younger, and I understand, or my friends who are close by, and it's like I see them going out and doing things, and then yet um, and then later on they're like, oh, why didn't you come, or how come you didn't go? Well, nobody invited me. And that's why I like to stay at home and mind my own business, because if I go out, I'm gonna hear.
Yeah, and we live in a time where everybody puts up everything on social media. I mean, that so much on social media. I mean, my sister did something this past year that she forgot that with who she's married to, there's certain things she can and cannot say, because there's a certain on the public forum.
Mm-hmm.
You have to actually, in the public eye, you've got to have a persona or a look where you're not one way or the other way. You're non-biased. You're not taking sides. And she kind of said something on social media, and there was a big backlash from it. Not only directly to her, but towards her husband because of the job he has. And she was like, but it's my freedom of speech. And I was like, yes, there's a thing of freedom of speech. Absolutely. I'm for the Constitution. Absolutely. You should be able to say anything you want to say at any time.
To a point.
You don't have the thing of consequence. There is consequences that can happen from. That's why when I was going through schooling for criminal technology, the one thing that was said is that verbal assaults are what's known as fighting words. And if you can see that someone is using verbal assaults as fighting words, then that's actually can be in the court of law as the same thing as throwing the first punch. And I think now people have gotten to this mindset that they just want to.
Do you want to see my bully? I'm sorry. Do you want to see my little bully over here?
That's your thing. Oh, yes, she is.
So what happened with her yesterday?
Ooh.
She tried to bully my German Shepherd while I was playing with them in the backyard, and she got fucked up.
See?
That's what you get for picking a fight you can't start. Come on, go outside. Oh, you can't finish. You can't start. She couldn't even start it. She just and then Ray finished it. She instigated a fight. She barely started it because Ray put an end to it. But that was like holy cow! I bet you my neighbors from the backyard hey, Stacy.
They already fussed at her about the dog barking. I'm like,
oh my god, they're all like,
they're going to bark.
Yeah, it's the same neighbor. And then I think my new next door neighbors are like, what the hell is going on? Because you see me over here hitting them upside the head with their toys, and my brother's running outside with the hose. And then Renzo's all like, which one do I stop? Which one do I stop? And he tried, and it was cool because the third dog tried to stop the two girls from fighting. Oh yeah, I'll show you. Send you pictures.
Awesome.
But yeah, I have a question. Is that why? Because my friend, he became a cop, and then he had to change. He didn't change his last name on Facebook. He had to, he replaced the last letter and the first letter of his last name, and he switched it around.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Or so that way, I guess he said it was for protection or something.
It is. It's for protection so that some nutcase can't dox your information and find out where you live and cause you or even threaten your life. But it's also for the fact that you need to be more anonymous. You don't need to be out there that they can actually say point your face with your badge in your job. Because you are supposed to, there is a particular way you're supposed to hold yourself when you're in those situations, and it's supposed to be completely neutral. You're not supposed to pick any sides. You're supposed to always be neutral when it comes to that. And I do find it interesting. We're talking about this. We had 7 people, now we're down to 3. But I guess they didn't like what you just said. I personally don't care.
That or they could be doing other stuff because of different time zone for him. So.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
Or connection issues.
Yeah, but has anyone?
Sure.
Has anyone? Have y'all ever experienced
did you
like Teresa and I were talking about? And I know you did. Starscream come out with the contest or the showing off the Optimus
the
Prime.
Optimus Prime, and some excuse my language, some random jackass decided to send me a link to some inappropriate stuff for a reason. He just sent me. He did not say what it was for or anything. He just sent the link, and that's it. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, it
I was
was
like-
like
And so I deleted I instantly deleted the comment the moment I saw what was on that
Yeah, I
link.
did those
Okay,
on my
babe,
videos
I
like
think
the one I did last night.
yeah, I've been deleting them off of this thing here too. People have been putting them up on the comments in this
Yeah.
on this channel here too.
Or I can just have my mod actually
And-
do that for me.
And
so I don't
here's
have
what
to.
I want to say. Here's what I want to say real quick. If some random person decides to send you an inappropriate link or something like that in your comment section, they're not just trying to post. They're not just there to post it to troll. They're also trying to bring out the worst of you, so you could probably start a fight in the comment section. They're just trying to bring out the worst of us.
You know what you got to do though,
they're-
because you got to just if
Like
you
they're-
are, yeah, if you're in charge
Sorry,
of those.
like-
Sorry, oh, go ahead.
Wait a sec.
Oh, like they're trying to prove a point. Like they want you to get mad so you can start a fight in the comment section. They just want to bring out the worst of you. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Go ahead.
interrupt. Oh my god.
No,
my
it's
son's like,
okay. Go ahead.
So
Go
today,
ahead, babe.
I if you're the creator, and here's the thing, if you're the creator and someone's on your stream, isn't there a way that you can block them or delete their comments or just
Yeah.
kick them for the stream? Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
can.
this is how I avoid confrontation. These people are posting comments on my. I'm very new to streaming, and they're posting these comments saying, "Do you want to make more money? Da, 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 this and that." Oh, really? Ban.
Yeah,
So
I got
just-
worse stuff than that. I'm not going to bring it up. It was worse than that. Saying how the game was
Okay,
trash
so-
when they would do other stuff.
Yeah. So them being like that, I feel like yes, they're trying to get a rise out of you, Lord Master Starscream.
That's
And
what
I don't
Yeah.
think I ever want to see you mad because you're very
Oh,
bright,
you don't want to. No one wants to see me mad.
Welcome
And
to
Because
really
if
quick,
I'm
maybe
mad,
they'll
I'm like the
scare
Hulk. I just lose my shit. Like I
But-
scream, I cuss, and all
Lord
that.
Master Starscream.
Yeah,
mad.
don't bring out the worst of me.
But yeah, so as a creator or something, I think you should
Shut
just
up! What the heck are you doing?
delete it.
Yeah,
Hold
well,
on.
it's like I'll give you an example. Like just recently, and this is the reason
Yeah.
why I kind of bring
Yeah,
this
that's
up.
what
Is that I do the TikTok, so I do these parodies or I do these split screens. I just do them for the fun of it, and I did one, and the girl that I did it with was like she felt as if I was bullying her, and I was like, whoa, wait a second, no, I'm just doing like a little skit, and I apologized to her, and she was like okay with it. But when I got more into her reaching out and stuff, I was like, no. And then she shares what other people have been doing with what she said, and I was like, I could see how you would feel like anyone that does a parody with I thought what you said and stuff, it was very funny, but and kind of shocking. And I even was like, if you didn't want that attention, I said that you just you either cut it off, block it, or like you did here, reach out to the individual and hear their side of the story and be able to work through that, with that, because anyone can be considered a cyberbully on social media, whether it's Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, just having a different opinion. But it's not just a different opinion.
Oh man, I confess this. Oh, go ahead. Baby Mahal wants to say something. Go ahead.
Raising my hand.
Go
Shoot, what was I
ahead.
gonna say?
Go ahead.
Damn it, I forgot what I was going to say. I'll raise my hand again, and I think I should write it down. I forgot. I seriously forgot.
All right. Okay, if you raise your hand, I'll just stop talking. You go ahead. Anyways, yeah, I get sometimes bullied on Facebook and all that stuff. Like for an example, this one time, some of my fiance's exes.
My
I'm not noticing. I'm sorry. God darn it. I'm not noticing.
Go ahead. I'm
Anyways,
sorry.
Who wants to say something? Go. No, go ahead. Did anyone?
give you a
Does anyone
hard
have to say
time.
something real quick before I start?
I'll live the
No,
example.
it's okay. It's okay.
I'm gonna write it down if I forget.
Thank you.
Anyways, as I was saying, like
Absolutely.
on Facebook, sometimes I get. Gosh darn it. Yeah. All right. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Okay. As I was saying, like sometimes on my Facebook page, like some of my fiance's exes would like try to contact me, like either like I'll block them and they'll probably make another Facebook page. And this one guy like did not like me. He called, excuse my language, he called me a skeleton looking motherfucker. And I was like, you little. And so I blocked him. Like he was legit trying to bring out the worst in me. Like a lot of them was like trying to call me names, saying I look like a freaking skeleton and all that stuff. I look stupid. They legit try to bring out the worst in you by calling you names or anything like that.
And
They just trying to get in your head.
It's only
Yeah.
a reflection of themselves
very true.
or an insecurity of themselves.
That's that right there, the
Yeah.
insecurity of themselves. And the thing too is that you mentioned something, and I'm glad that you did, because it's something that a lot of people don't recognize, is that you should cut those people out of your life. You should block them. You should move on. Because let's just be honest, this is a platform. Now, I consider y'all friends. We're friends. There's a lot of other people on the platforms that I consider friends. Matter of fact, I go to Baby Mahal's house and hang out.
If you're not doing anything on Wednesday, maybe we'll drive up.
Oh, okay. That might be good. That might be really good. You'll have to excuse the mess.
Back to the topic.
We're packing and everything. It looks like a darn nightmare here.
Okay.
Now I lost my train of thought.
No, you're friends with everyone. As a matter of fact, that you go to my house.
You can't even do that when he's playing games.
As a matter of fact, you go to my house because you consider us friends. All of us on the platform friends.
Yeah, but you do have people that you can consider a friend, and you know them through this platform, but you don't really know them personally off of this platform. And you have to be careful, because some people will act all good to your face, and then behind your back, their whole purpose is that y'all are like oil and water. You might not know that you're not flowing with them. You're thinking everything's fine, but you start to see these little cracks and little things start to echo out.
Now, the thing that's messed up is that could be your friend that's not on a platform, but a friend that you considered a friend in person, in real life.
What were you saying, Brian?
I agree with that. But we are in an age now where a lot of times you hear people say, the younger generation are snowflakes, or they're need to be in their safe space. But the truth is that it's the fact that oh, look at that beautiful fella.
I don't know if he's still watching, but this is my second dog.
Wait, keep him right there. We'll make him see how big he is. Look at that big old boy. Hey, big old boy.
He's only like 3 or 4 years old, huh? Like a boy.
Yeah. He's a sweetheart, is what he is.
That remind real quick before I forget, that guy that called me a skeleton, not only that he was calling me a skeleton, excuse my language, a skeleton looking motherfucker, but he was also making fun of my weight because I'm so skinny. He also, a lot of people also want to make fun of people's weight on how they look and their appearance and all that stuff.
I know, he figures body shame me every day.
So I get body shamed.
Yeah.
I am body shamed. I look at my He-Man like I was supposed to look like this.
You know what? And I really don't care, because I can't help. Okay, so I could help it at the same time, but at the same time, I'm working on it. You know what I mean? Don't body shame me while I'm in this progress. And I've been slacking off, but you know what? I still feel good. I don't care what anybody else is, because they're not the ones sitting there paying for my diets or paying for my food. That second dog's name is Renzo. The first one is Sacy. And the other one, I'll show you later. I'll send it to your Lynette, is Ray. But with body shaming, I'm at the point where it's like I've heard it so much that I really don't care anymore. If you don't like me for my size, then oh freaking well. You don't have any part of my life, because no matter how I look, my personality is not going to change. That doesn't change who I am. If I was me before I had my kids, if I was that size, I'm still the weird, outspoken gaming person that I am. I'm very outspoken, blunt, and I'm not dumb.
Hey, welcome, Darkona. Glad to have you. Glad you made it too.
And
that's
also,
that you have,
real quick. I was gonna say real quick that person that was body shaming me, like the only thing that gets to me is that person was an overweight person. Like, if you know what I mean, he was
insecure
like an
about
overweight
his
person,
size.
just body.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was body shaming me because I'm skinny. I'm skinny like to the bone, basically, and he's just making fun of me for it. And I'm talking about an overweight person that was making fun of me.
Well, Nikki,
and to be honest, go ahead. I'm done.
I mean, like with Nikki, I didn't know some of the stuff that she was happening to her at her workplace, because she does have a disability. And as we were going through the process with the courts, the process with the judges, and getting her onto SSDI, a lot of stuff came to that I became aware that she was dealing with, and she was being made fun of by her coworkers for her disability. And and she was like, she didn't say anything. She just was like, she just kept it to herself and held it in. And she's like, I'll just try to do the best I could do. And I was like, this is at a workplace. That's illegal. You cannot do this to somebody. It doesn't matter who it is. Why do y'all think it is? Is it because our society has become where we're supposed to be so connected through social media that we become disconnected through actual? I'm just going to say, when I was growing up as a kid, if you were going to sit there and say something to somebody, you better hope you had the ability to back
that up. Yep. And you know what? I actually got confronted. Okay, so it's funny because I guess I have like I always have a stoic or a resting bitch face.
I'm glad he pointed this out. Thank you. Yeah. What?
Yeah, I'm not bringing up that story. What happened over the weekend? I'm not. Don't.
So now I used to have a stoic or a resting bitch face. So
no. We're not mentioning that.
Don't. I will literally turn off the camera.
I was just messing around.
You brought it up.
No,
you brought it up.
Okay,
I was just messing around.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no.
So I actually got confronted because of my face, because if I'm sitting there and I'm staring at you, like I don't know if you've noticed it when I stare off into space, or if I'm not smiling, I'm serious, that someone confronted me because they thought I was dogging them. And I was like, I wasn't dogging you, but I was ready to fight because I felt like I was being attacked.
Right.
But at the same time, like she was like, you got a problem with me? And we're friends on Facebook. She probably doesn't even remember she did that, but nothing happened. I was like, I wasn't dogging you. She's like, yeah, you are. I was like, I always look like this. The heck? She's like, okay, whatever. So we didn't end up fighting, but it's pretty funny because I didn't realize that I had like one of those faces, but then like, yeah. So I'm not dogging you if I've come across you. It's just, that's how I normally look sometimes.
And that's the thing. I mean, there could be a misunderstanding. And if there's a misunderstanding, the great thing that's supposed to be all humans have is a way to communicate with one another. But I've seen now that there's been moments and times in which where you're trying to communicate with someone and it's become nothing but an attack on you personally. And I don't, that's the thing that's what confuses me the most, because
when you try to fix a misunderstanding, it gets misunderstood even more. And you know what now too is a lot of the misunderstandings, a lot of people don't want confrontation. I personally hate confrontation. Okay, I hate it, but at the same time, you know, I don't like that feeling. Um, I don't like that feeling of that negativity. I could feel that negative energy. I could feel it. I'm actually sensitive to stuff like that, but
Right.
I don't like it. But when it comes to like confrontation, I try to avoid it, and that's when it and a lot of people, they get even more miscommunication because they want to solve everything by text. They don't want to solve it face to face because they don't know how.
Yeah. I like what it says, unless you imply, oh, you'll be on Fortnite later. Ooh, let's see if I can.
Fortnite.
Fortnite. I can understand there's some miscommunication. I can also understand that if the miscommunication means you're trying to get the communication fixed. What I don't understand is the thing that I've been seeing also, and I'm just going to be blunt, in our community, that don't say anything. If you say anything, then automatically you ask too many times, and then they apologize. Well, I don't believe that they truly apologize. I mean, how the hell do you know if someone says they're sorry to you, you're supposed to accept that apology if there's this miscommunication. And this is something that in the community that really just irked my ass, is that certain situations that would take place, it would be, oh, I'm smiling to your face, but when I'm not smiling to your face, I'm really dogging you behind your back, or I'm sitting here saying, you've asked me too many of the same questions, and then all of a sudden I'm supposed to. You apologize to me, but I'm telling the rest of the people in the community that I don't really believe that you're sincere in your apology. And I've seen this, and I'm like, that's the insanity that and with what I was being aware of just recently, that was the thing that I was like, that's a line. That's the thing that Nikki and I have been talking about, this type of bullying, this cyber bullying, this act like I'm going to be your best friend to your face, but I'll talk shit behind your back. That's not helping.
It's two-faced.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I have a very close friend, and I'm not gonna say any names. Had maybe because we've been distant, because I kind of told her off, and I just felt like, you don't invite me to your kids' parties anymore, and I'm inviting you to all of mine still. You still come to my kids, and that's cool and everything. But then, like, I noticed that you don't call me when it conveniences. You only talk to me when it conveniences you. And I called her out on it. I was like, I told you, I set my my going away party, for a day that I revolved my party around her schedule, and she still didn't make it. And her excuse was, and I don't know if it was true or not, because, me in the medical field, and pain doesn't affect me really that bad, is when it comes to stuff like that, was that she was, something was happening with her internally, but she works all the time like anything, but is like, dude, you told me earlier that day, yeah, you're gonna be there for sure. And then so I kind of blew her off, but at the same time, I went to her party one day and her neighbor was there, and she's all like, I don't know why you're saying something. You talk shit about them all the time. You're always talking shit about them, or something along the lines is, why are you doing that? You talk shit about them anyways.
And Ruben was bringing up a good point too, and also Dark Hunt is, there's like banter where but even before the show, I typically will shoot the shit with these guys before we get started, and and I think that's a great thing. You can pick on somebody, but you also got to make sure that if you're picking, you make sure they understand if they're actually offended by it. They should be allowed to tell you that they're offended by it. That's one thing I tell these guys. If I ever talk to you during the show, just say, "Hey, ACP, shut the hell up. I want to say something."
It's true. He does actually say that.
And so thank you, Wolfie.
Same thing with my work. We banter all the time.
And I love the banter, but I have seen Ruben's comments that he has gotten on his channel, and how he has just been, ringed. And Ruben will let you know that him and I had a disagreement of what he said to my sister one time, and I went right to him. and said, "Hey, you can't do this." And he got it. It was like, okay, and he reached out to do an apology because he was like, I don't know why I said stuff like that. I don't know why I do that sometimes. I was like, that happens. I understand it, but you have to understand that, if this can be on the other side of the thing, and that's what this community is supposed to be. Is where you're sitting here, and if you been offended by someone else in the community, there should be a middle ground in individuals. And I say individuals because there's more than just me. There's more than just Wolfie. It's more than just Lord Master Starscream, more than David Mahal. Even though this is called a community for all of us, we are not the exclusive community. This community goes out
To everyone.
everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys know that this is the passion that I wanted, is that anyone would be allowed to come on the show if they wanted to be a guest. Anyone could be a part of the community. Anyone could be at any time engaged. And that's something that I wanted, and I still do, and these guys do too. That's why we're doing it. But at the same time, when we're seeing like what I have been seeing, because I've been getting caught up on videos, and I've seen Ruby being ripped apart because of the Power Rangers. I don't know much about Power Rangers, but just like Wolfie don't know much about He-Man, I know a shitload about He-Man. But that doesn't mean that Wolfie's wrong that he doesn't know anything about He-Man. It doesn't make me right that I do. Even though I do think so in my heart that I'm perfect. But hey, no, I'm taking them. Just joking. But
yeah, I could tell, Otto.
I don't know if it wasn't part of me, because it was the part where I said, in my opinion, I don't like the newer, my opinion. He can like this Power Rangers. Oh my god, I just totally brain farted. He could like the Power Rangers, but in my opinion, the Power Rangers, I didn't like them anymore after the first generation of Power Rangers. I stopped watching it because I don't know, maybe it's because I grew up, or maybe it's just because I tried watching it. It just was the same. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not trying to say that. No. It's in my opinion, and like, I don't want him to I don't know if that was about me. Okay, good, because I don't want him to feel like I was trying to bully him there.
No.
Yeah.
You should see some of the comments that he has had that I have sat there going, this is bullshit. This is just downright mean. And then you go to those channels and you see they have no content themselves. And I tell people this, it's like I told him.
They're trolls.
When you have people that are doing that, they have no content, then they have no opinion. That's just how I feel. If you don't have content and you want to sit here and dog someone else for what they enjoy and love, then you don't, your opinion doesn't count to me, and just ignore them or just delete them. But us as a community, we need to start coming together where if there's a misunderstanding or there's a confusion or we have created in our minds this ideology that this is something that I know that they do this, and I know this for a fact. And the prime example was with our guest, and he was very open, he was very honest, and I learned a lot from what he shared. And I'm like, he gets it. And yeah, he even said, you don't know what I go through where I live. First of all, you don't know, I can't show my face because where I live, because of the subject matter. Because a lot of times people take it because the United States is the most open and freedom of speech there is in the world. And that's something that a lot of countries hate and despise and don't want, because you never want your peasants to have an opinion. And that's just that. And you can go on my
because then you'll lose them.
Yes, exactly. And yes, Dark Element, I love that Snake Mountain. I love it. Hebro, if you ever get a chance, check out his channel, Hebro's. He does a whole thing, and Dan the Pixel guy, yeah, that Snake Mountain looks phenomenal.
I do remember. I think I do remember what I was going to say, if not one of the things. I don't know if it was you, ACP, who told me, but I was telling you like I was going to get into streaming, and I've been streaming since Saturday night. I got it all fixed after my power went back on. So, and then somebody said, I don't remember if it was you, but then someone said, don't, Ignore all the trolls and the bullying, because right when you start, it's not easy to start off, but now you're going to be faced with constant trolling and constant bullying, and just don't let that bring you down. Oh, look what I'm wearing.
Oh, that's what Nikki made. Also, yeah, and exactly. I mean, you're getting started out. You're going to have multiple people that's going to be very opinionated, and I agree that it does fall flat. But if you do the 5.5, the new classics line that comes out, it actually fits a lot better, especially that staircase going up on Snake Mountain. We're talking about Snake Mountain. He's got my geek side going crazy.
Hey, Lord Master Starscream. Remember the other night we were playing Among Us? I was kind of being a little bully, but then at the same time, there was somebody, and I think he streamed it. There was somebody who was asking, any boys in this room? Any boys? And Among Us.
Yeah.
And then Lord Master Starscream was all like, I'm a boy. And then someone's like, ooh, how old? And I was like, are you up? And then I guess the chat of the Among Us blocks it out. And I was trying to write pedophile. I wasn't trying to bully, but I was, but at the same time, that is kind of bullying. Huh? Yeah. So I had to write it ped and then O and then file. Right? So
she found a loophole. She's like,
I found a loophole. I made it like ped O and then, yeah. So anyway, so in a way, I was kind of being a bully to them, but then at the same time, I felt like, why would you sit here and play a little kid game and ask somebody about little boys and their ages? Because yeah, so I was all like, mm-mm.
See, I don't think that's bullying. I think that's saying, wait a second,
they left after I called them out.
Well, yeah, and I think now that in a situation like that, because you do have kids that are on that, and you have adults. The one thing about it is that it should be completely anonymous. You shouldn't know if it's a kid, because you're not talking with them. You're typing. You're not having interacting voices between each other.
And you don't even have their names. Like you don't.
Exactly.
Once they leave, that's it. You'll never see them again because it's a random. Unless I give you my code. But then there was another one saying, I'm a girl. Is there any girls in here? And then I was like, I'm a girl, but I'm not seeking that attention.
Right.
You don't see me asking, And she's like, they're like, oh, I wasn't doing this. And she was trying to after I made that one comment, I stopped. Right. But I don't remember if she kept on saying, chill out or whatnot. And I was like,
she's not trying to draw attention to herself, but I was like, but
she kept on stating that she was a girl. What's that one fan page? We were just talking about this the other day. Join that. Don't sit there and go on a little kid game. And then we were saying something about my kid's gonna say, at least my mom wasn't on fans by what is it? We're just talking about.
I like that.
Fan.
Yeah, I think I know what you might mean, but I don't want to say it on the stream at least.
Oh yeah, okay, so it's like that. But oh my god, I'm so sorry. Hey, go put on a diaper. Your phone is dead. Go put on a diaper, babe. Oh my god.
I'm gonna move you out.
Just turn your camera. That was a live show. Nice show, Mom. Nice show.
Roman showed his butt to the world.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, my son's not going to be on that website. He just ran out.
For the record, this channel is 18 or older.
Oh
Hey, you know what? If he's been doing that at 55, there's something wrong.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that was all
It's only cute at his age.
I'm sorry.
My son's butt is now famous. For you guys who can't see, my son is running around the house naked, apparently. Because we're potty training him. He's a little old. And we're potty training him because the school's helping with us potty training him, and he is fighting it. He's not autistic, but he's on the spectrum, and they say that that's one of the last things that they're holding on to, because he doesn't like change apparently, and so we're making sure that
The good news is
we'll know if he goes to the bathroom is if we see that diaper on.
Yeah, and
real quick, I
That's-
just real quick. Real quick, I just went and checked the stream. Nothing was seen on camera, so we're good. Thank God.
Because I'm about
You
to charge
blocked it out
people.
pretty good.
No, no solicitation.
And not only that,
No.
God.
not only that,
What do you call it? I want the rights.
her name.
Those are my rights.
Not only that, her name card right here.
Yes.
Censored it out.
That's why I was like this.
So-
I was like this.
You can,
I was trying to find the damn button as fast as I could.
I totally forgot about the stopping the camera. So that's my baby, my last one. So, but he's a bully.
ah,
He knows. He picks on his big brother,
He does.
and his big brother is getting used to the meds that he's on. We're just trying it out because I always said I was never gonna put my kid on medication, but so far it's actually really helping him. But he's been very emotional this past month, and it's been crazy. So if Roman were to just grab something from him, it's the end of the world. But so now we're telling them to hit each other, fight back, and Roman fights. He doesn't fight back. He starts the fight sometimes, but he usually finishes it because he punks my son. Oh,
right.
man.
My son gave me a heart attack. He took my fake ore from me. I was like, no.
oh
But
God,
you know
no.
what? You know what? Was it the one that he was trying to put together? Roman
yeah.
was stuck on that. He
Really?
was stuck on it for a couple of minutes.
That was funny.
So-
I was like, no. It's like, it's mine. Run. I'm gone.
And he would have stared at you if you would have been like, "That's mine."
No, right.
He'd be like, how old are you? Are you still playing with this? This is my toy. This is a kid's toy. Okay? This is not for old people."
Right. Okay, Santa Claus.
Oh, man.
Supposed to give away gifts, not take them from us.
I'm the Grinch, bitch.
Oh,
No.
Exactly. Be like, hey.
All right, you little crotch goblin. Listen here. No,
Yeah.
but
Well, used to pick on me. Dad finally saw him one day throwing ice cubes at my head. Finally told my brother that he wasn't going to stop me if I decided. Oh, well, I'll tell you what I did to my brothers. My brothers would pick on me as the middle. And so one day I decided, because I knew that my stepdad was not going to be around. He was actually going to have to go out of town for work. It was just going to be mom and my other two brothers. And they...
Oh boy, I think I know what you're gonna say.
you told me.
I think I know this one.
What they did exactly to
Oh.
me, but they went outside and they were going into the dad's building. And so I ran out there, closed it, locked it, and went back in the house. And mom says, "Okay, it's time for us to start cleaning stuff." And she's like, "Where's your brothers?" I saw them go out into the woods, Mom. I don't know. I know you said that you were going to have us do some chores. I don't know. They're out there. So it's like summertime, and then in the Carolinas, it gets humid, hot. And so they were in the building with no air conditioning. And finally I went out there when my mom wasn't paying attention and opened up the door, and they're like crawling out because they've been in there all day. Heated.
Oh my God.
You had him in a hot box, basically.
Oh man, they were all like got dirt all over them. They go inside, they're telling my mom what I did. And my mom's like, she looks at them, she says, "You lying little shits. Y'all went out in the woods. Look how dirty y'all are. There's no way." And I mean, they got in so much trouble. I got 2 He-Man figures out of that and a G.I. Joe. So for working with my mom. So yes, Mom,
Dang.
that was me. That's your
Can you say
What?
And we are coming to the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's why I said ACP time.
Appreciate that. I saw that.
Rafi, go put clothes on your brother.
Yeah, quickly.
No, not again.
Rafi
Not
just kicked Roman
again.
on the floor. Good job. Stick it up.
All right.
Give me a kiss.
Go ahead, Lord Master Starscream. Share where they can find you. And he's frozen.
Looks like he froze.
You're up.
Okay, I'll just go because he just froze. Oh wait,
There
he's
you go.
reconnecting, so he could go. Lord, your turn.
Oh, we're signing out already?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you see the time?
Okay. Okay. You can find me here on YouTube at Lord Master Starscream. Same for Lord Master Starscream Gaming here on YouTube. And you can find me on Instagram at Lord Master Starscream. Same for TikTok and Twitch. And I think that's about it.
Baby Mahal.
You can find me on the PlayStation Network. Just add me if you like. I'm not as active, but it's Arctic_Wolf_82. You can also find me on my new Facebook and Twitch page. Also Steam, Epic, and Discord at Baby Mahal 1119. And
I'll you out in a minute, dog.
huh?
I was talking to Stella.
Oh,
Your Ultimate Wolf.
You can find me here on YouTube, _Ultimate Wolf, _Ultimate Wolf Gaming, where I actually was streaming the Shadow of War on the YouTube channel, and I didn't even know it took place during the Lord of the Ring events, because when Gollum made his appearance in the game, and other games, too, well, in this storyline. Or, how do I send you the link to the video? You can watch it and see, actually, it is taking place during the Lord of the Rings time.